and welcome to Six Figure Signature Offers, the podcast for women in business who want to create brands that become the hot tamale of their industry and sold out scalable offers that bring home the bacon without burning them out. I'm your host, online business strategist Robin Birkin. I've gone from managing 8-figure marketing budgets and big teams to creating 2 multi-6-figure businesses in part-time hours by design. If you're ready to attract Cloud9 clients in droves, sell out your scalable offers, and not bring your laptop to the beach, then welcome, let's go. Hi, and welcome to the podcast. Now, if you are not in the mood for a little bit of spice, then this is not the podcast for you. But if you have big goals and yet you arguably know that there are ways in which you are potentially self-sabotaging in your business, then keep listening, because this is going to be a short and sharp sort of pep talk for you to pull you into gear. It is the beginning of 2026 and there is so much opportunity for you to have your best ever revenue year and really step into that CEO space. But it is going to require potentially some discipline, some discomfort, and some disappointment. And let me explain a little bit more about what I mean. So last year, I lent a lot into sitting with discomfort. Let me give you an example of what that was. I completely restructured my team. So I let go of the team because I knew that this was not the team that would be able to support me into the next level. As part of that, I intentionally, for several months, ran my business without anyone else on the team except for myself. And that was especially during the Christmas holidays. That felt really uncomfortable. I was desperate for help in the business, and yet I knew that there was a particular type of person with a particular type of skill set that I was looking for, and I did not want to rush. Super uncomfortable. Letting go of a team member, super uncomfortable. Like, it didn't feel great for me at all on any level. And yet I probably waited too long and I knew that it had to be done, and I did it. In many other ways in the business last year, I lent into discomfort. And I see it in clients, I see it just in people where I look on the outside that sometimes there are particular mindsets that we can get caught in that sometimes are all about short-term comfort rather than long-term comfort and short-term discomfort that aren't serving us. So I want you to step into the most glorious season in your business this year. So let me explain a little bit of some of the thoughts or patterns that might be going on for you that I really think are going to help you get unstuck and help you become big and bold and so successful in 2026. And so much of it lays in avoidance. You're not lazy, you are not incompetent, you are not, like Bob down the road who's a handyman. You are such an expert at what you do, but you are saying that you want multiple 6 figures, you want $100,000 launches, you want scalable revenue, you want to make $500,000 a year in 10 hours per week. But sometimes getting to that point requires discipline, requires discomfort, requires friction. And if you are constantly minimizing friction, if you are constantly waiting for things to be perfect, you are not going to get to the other side of growth. So in 2026, I want to encourage you to lean into discomfort. What does that mean? Well, are you avoiding showing up? Sometimes when you show up, you are going to feel exposed. You're going to feel like, what if the trolls come out for me? What if I have something that flops? What if I don't sound intelligent? What if I don't have the perfect hooks, or my ideas don't land, or I bury the leads? What does that look like? It looks like wanting to show up when potentially you're clearer, when you have perfected your niche, when you've perfected your voice, your messaging, and that is all an evolution. So I always think, when I think of this, to Kobe Bryant, who had the 10,000 hour rule. Put in 10,000 hours and then come back and see how it feels. You need to show up, and it's an evolution. Your messaging, your brand, your product, your programs, your posts, all of that stuff comes through, like that clarity comes through putting in the reps and putting yourself and things out there. So showing up is super hard to do. It feels really uncomfortable. Sometimes it feels safer to stay exactly where you are, because then at least, you have some form of control over the narrative of how things play out. Sometimes it can feel uncomfortable to almost take a risk and put yourself out there or put out an offer. But if you don't do that, that's how you guarantee you will never get there. So you have to start. You have to start selling yourself. You have to start showing up. You have to start promoting yourself with audacity. You have to start, whatever it is, selling every day. What does your next level look like? You have to take the leap and trust that not everything's going to land. You're not going to be perfect at the start. It's going to probably be a bit shit. Like, you will look back in 5 years and cringe and want to vomit in your mouth at whatever you've done. But you need to have some level at the start of incompetence in order to become the master. Whatever it is. Where does your nervous system go? Ugh? Is it running ads? Is it doing a webinar? Is it showing up for Instagram? Is it hiring a team, leading a group? Whatever it is, you will not feel like a master at first, but you have to start and get better at it. 10,000 hour rule, right? The other place that I see people having avoidance and really not leaning into discomfort is particularly with their numbers and their books. I know this because I personally experienced it as well. I would open up the accounting software and instantly feel overwhelmed, like I didn't understand what I was doing. And as a result, did not understand my books, didn't understand a chart of accounts, didn't understand profit and loss, and didn't really feel like I had any idea where my money was going, how much I was making. And then I took steps to understand it. At first, I hired a bookkeeper. That didn't help because I just outsourced that to someone. Do you know what I later found out? It was rife with mistakes. It had all been done incorrectly and it was costly to change. So I took a course on bookkeeping. I practiced opening and closing my bank account every single day. I read books like Profit First to upskill myself and become better at it. There are so many people who are like, I'm bad at maths or I'm bad at marketing. Unfortunately, if you want the multiple six-figure business, those things are an unavoidable part of having the business. So if you want a business that generates good revenue, it's not an option to just be like, they're not my thing and I'm going to move on. You can absolutely outsource it. But number one, marketing should be the very last thing ever that you outsource, because you kind of lose knowing your customers, knowing what works, being able to be effective at what you do. And also, you want to make sure that you're not getting ripped off and that people are getting you the results that you want. You don't know that, and you don't know what to look for or what to question back and forth if you don't know yourself. So you need to learn those things. You cannot be a CEO and not understand those two things. The last thing is that I sometimes see in terms of discomfort, and I've been there as well myself, is that you feel like because you're an entrepreneur and because you're running your business, that you get to just take time off whenever. That means that if you don't feel like it, you're not going to do it. And in actual fact, you are not, and it's almost like this myth or this perception that goes around, you are not supposed to enjoy every single moment of your business and every single task that you have to do. Some of the tasks are just necessary tasks that you need to do in your business. So however your brain works best, you need to experiment with, are you going to do it the first thing in the day? Are you going to do it when your brain's switched off at night? What are some other ways that you can structure it so you get certain things done? But you are not supposed to enjoy every single part of your business. And I would suggest that at least 30% of what you will do in your business is something that just needs to be done because you're a CEO and you understand that that is a short-term level of discomfort in order to provide long-term comfort and achievement of your goals. So one of the things that I would encourage you to look at is like, what are all the real reasons behind why you're not doing something or why something isn't working or where you're scared to show up? What discomfort are you currently unwilling to feel or experience? Embarrassment? Rejection? Boredom? Discipline? Responsibility? What are the things that you are presently avoiding in your business? And along the lines of also leaning into discomfort is I also lean into, this year I am also leaning into short-term disappointment in order to fuel long-term satisfaction in all areas of my life. So let me give you an example, which is drinking alcohol. Sometimes it's just been a day with the kids. Like it has just been a day. Or in the business, it's felt like everything's gone wrong. It's been a hot day. And I'm like, I just want to relax. It is so easy to pour myself a glass of wine on those days. Short-term me feels less disappointed by that. Like I'm disappointed when instead I have sugar-free lemon cordial with soda water. Like I'm disappointed when I drink that. I would love a glass of wine or two or a beer, right? But long-term me is disappointed if I do have that glass of wine. Does that mean I'm like 100%, I'm doing it all the time? No. Exercise. Short-term me is disappointed because I need to step away from my computer and I was really busy and I had a lot to get done. I had to step away and I never feel like exercising, like never ever. But long-term me is disappointed if I don't. And long-term me gets disappointed with like my body image and all of these things if I don't. So I am looking at future me, not now me. Now me is so disappointed when I have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning because my husband's alarm goes off. But future me is super happy that I got up at that time because I was organized and ready when the kids got up. So in so many areas of my life, I'm like, it's not the goal to not be disappointed. It's the goal for future me to be like, good choice, you did well in these times. So in 2026, I want you to lean into short-term discomfort in order to reach those big and dreamy goals that you have. This is how you expand, all right? If your business is feeling comfortable, if you're just coasting along, if you're not doing anything super hard in your business or that feels sticky or uncomfortable, right? This is your sign that maybe it's time. And if you're not at your dream goals right now, which as an ambitious person, if you reach your goals, if you're anything like me last year, you'll reach them and then be like, man, I want to reach higher. I want to reach for the stars. If that's the case, lean into discomfort. Like do the scary thing, whatever it is. Short-term discomfort equals long-term reaching your goals. This is what I want for you, and I hope this has helped. I hope this has been the pep talk that you needed, and I'll catch you next week. Bye for now.